Live Without Fear: How to Overcome Anxiety and Stress Easily. Curated and published by Mindfulness. In the silent moments of the night, when the world seems to hold its breath, have you ever found yourself lying awake, besieged by a cascade of thoughts that refuse to quiet? Thoughts that spiral into the depths of fear and anxiety, painting scenarios of what ifs and worst-case outcomes. Or perhaps, in the midst of a seemingly ordinary day, an unexpected wave of worry washes over you. Its origins unclear, but its presence undeniably suffocating. It's in these moments, in the grip of fear's cold embrace, that we confront our most profound vulnerabilities. This universal experience of fear, a primal emotion etched into the very fabric of our being, has shaped human evolution, compelling us to avoid danger and tread the path of survival. Yet, in the intricate tapestry of modern life, the triggers of fear and anxiety have transformed, morphing into shadows that haunt the corridors of our minds. The questions arise: why do certain thoughts have the power to unsettle us deeply? How do we discern the line between rational caution and irrational fear? And, more importantly, is it possible to weave a new narrative, one where fear does not dictate the boundaries of our lives? Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, your heart racing, palms sweating, the abyss below not just a physical chasm but a metaphor for the anxieties that loom in the recesses of your mind. The fear of failure, of not being enough, of losing what we hold dear, or of the unknown future, these are the cliffs we all stand before. Yet, what if I told you that within you lies the power to step back from that edge, to understand the roots of your fear, and to gently untangle the threads of anxiety that bind you? This is not a journey of avoidance, but of confrontation, not of elimination, but of transformation. Throughout this exploration, we'll delve into the origins of fear and anxiety, illuminating the pathways through which they infiltrate our psyche. We'll learn to recognize the triggers, those subtle cues that ignite the flames of worry within us. But identification is merely the first step. The heart of this journey lies in the strategies and practices that offer liberation from the cycle of fear. From the ancient wisdom of mindfulness and meditation to the modern insights of cognitive behavioral techniques, we'll explore tools that calm the mind and soothe the spirit. But what about resilience, you might ask? That ineffable quality that allows some to face life's tempests with a steadiness of heart? We'll uncover the secrets of resilience, learning how to weave it into the very fabric of our being, preparing us not just to endure the storms, but to emerge from them fortified and renewed. So, I invite you to embark on this voyage with me, a journey of transformation that promises not the absence of fear, but the mastery over it. Together, we'll discover how to live not in the shadow of fear, but in the light of courage, resilience, and inner peace. Welcome to a new chapter, one where you learn to live without fear. Chapter 1: Understanding Fear and Anxiety. In the tapestry of human emotion, fear and anxiety are threads that have been woven into our existence from the dawn of humanity. These emotions are not just fleeting shadows that pass through our consciousness without consequence. They are powerful forces that have shaped the evolution of the human species, influencing our decisions, actions, and perceptions of the world around us. To understand how to live without fear, or more realistically, how to manage fear and anxiety so they don't inhibit our lives, we must first explore their origins. Fear is one of the oldest and most fundamental human emotions. It arises from the amygdala, a part of the brain that is involved in processing emotions. This response is evolutionary, a survival mechanism that signals our bodies to react to danger. When faced with a threat, whether it's a predator or a modern-day stressor, the amygdala activates the fight or flight response, preparing our body to either confront the danger or escape from it. This process is instantaneous, a testament to its importance in our survival. Anxiety, while closely related to fear, differs in its trigger and impact. It is a response not to immediate danger but to the anticipation of future threats. Anxiety involves the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that deals with planning and foresight, This means anxiety is not just a primal reaction, but a complex emotion that involves forecasting and sometimes overestimating potential dangers. It's the brain's way of trying to protect us from future harm by preparing us in advance. But in a world where threats are often not as clear-cut as they once were, this mechanism can become overactive, leading to chronic anxiety. The roots of fear and anxiety are not solely biological, they are also deeply embedded in our psychology and personal experiences. From a young age, we learn which situations are safe and which are not, based on both direct experiences and observations. These learned behaviors play a crucial role in how we perceive and react to fear and anxiety. For example, if a child is bitten by a dog, they may develop a lifelong fear of dogs, a learned response that can trigger an anxiety reaction even in safe situations. Culturally, fear and anxiety are shaped by societal norms and values. Different cultures have different attitudes towards these emotions, influencing how individuals express and manage them. In some societies, expressing fear is seen as a sign of weakness, leading individuals to suppress these feelings. In others, anxiety is more openly discussed and accepted as part of the human experience, allowing for a more supportive environment in which to address these emotions. Understanding the origins of fear and anxiety is crucial in learning to manage them. By recognizing that these emotions are a natural part of being human, influenced by our biology, psychology, and cultural environment, we can begin to approach them with compassion and understanding rather than judgment or frustration. This perspective is the first step toward developing the tools and strategies needed to navigate the complex landscape of our inner lives. In the subsequent sections, we will explore these tools and strategies in depth, offering practical advice on how to confront and reduce the impact of fear and anxiety. From mindfulness practices that help us stay present and grounded, to cognitive techniques that challenge and change our thought patterns, we will delve into a variety of approaches designed to foster resilience, courage, and peace of mind. As we embark on this journey, it's important to remember that the goal is not to eliminate fear and anxiety entirely, an unrealistic and even undesirable aim, given their role in our survival and adaptation. Instead, our focus is on understanding these emotions, learning to live with them, and finding ways to prevent them from limiting our lives. By exploring the origins of fear and anxiety, we lay the groundwork for this transformative process, stepping into a future where we can face the challenges of life with confidence and grace. Recognizing triggers, how to identify what sparks your fear and anxiety. In our journey to navigate through the tumultuous seas of fear and anxiety, understanding their origins lays the groundwork. Yet, the knowledge of where these feelings come from is only the first step. The subsequent, equally crucial phase involves recognizing the triggers, those specific situations, environments, or thoughts that spark the flames of anxiety and fear within us. This understanding is pivotal in developing strategies to manage and eventually reduce the power these emotions hold over us. Triggers for anxiety and fear can be as varied and unique as individuals themselves. For some, it might be social situations that evoke a sense of dread. For others, it could be the pressure of deadlines or the fear of failure that looms large. Recognizing these triggers is not always straightforward. It requires a deep and sometimes uncomfortable introspection, a willingness to observe oneself with honesty and without judgment. This process is akin to a detective meticulously piecing together clues to unravel a mystery. The clues, in this case, are our emotional responses to different stimuli, which, when identified, can lead us to understand our personal triggers. The complexity of recognizing triggers lies in the fact that they are not solely external. Internal triggers, such as thoughts, memories, or even physical sensations, can also initiate a cascade of anxiety or fear. A thought about a past mistake may spiral into anxiety about one's capabilities, or a physical sensation like a rapid heartbeat might trigger a fear response related to health anxieties. These internal experiences highlight the interconnectedness of mind and body, illustrating how physical sensations can mirror our psychological states and vice versa. Moreover, the context in which a trigger occurs can significantly influence its impact. A stressor in one situation may not elicit the same emotional response in another, demonstrating the subjective nature of our triggers. This variability underscores the importance of context in understanding and managing our reactions to potential triggers. It's not just about the trigger itself, but also about the environment, our current state of mind, and the presence, or absence, of coping mechanisms at that moment. The process of recognizing triggers is inherently tied to the concept of mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of being present and fully engaged with the current moment without judgment, can be a powerful tool in identifying our triggers. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions as they occur, allowing us to observe our triggers without becoming overwhelmed by them. This awareness is the first step in developing a more responsive, rather than reactive, approach to fear and anxiety. Once triggers are identified, the next step involves learning how to manage or avoid them. This doesn't mean living a life of avoidance, but rather understanding which battles are worth fighting and which are better sidestepped. For example, if public speaking is a significant trigger, the approach might involve gradually exposing oneself to speaking situations, starting with small, supportive groups and working up to larger audiences. Alternatively, it might involve seeking opportunities to improve public speaking skills, thereby reducing the fear associated with it. In some cases, avoidance might be a temporary but necessary strategy, especially if the individual is currently lacking the resources or support to confront the trigger directly. However, the ultimate goal is to develop resilience and coping strategies that allow for a more adaptive response to triggers, reducing their impact on our lives. Chapter 2: Strategies for Overcoming Anxiety. In the quest to navigate the intricate landscape of anxiety and stress, mindfulness and meditation emerge as beacons of hope, offering profound and accessible strategies for calming the mind and fostering a sense of peace amidst life's tumult. These ancient practices, rooted in centuries-old traditions, have gained widespread recognition in modern psychology for their effectiveness in reducing psychological stress and enhancing overall well-being. This exploration into mindfulness and meditation is not just about learning techniques. It's about embarking on a transformative journey towards a more centered, peaceful self. Mindfulness, at its core, is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, aware of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. It is a form of mental training that teaches us to slow down the racing thoughts, to observe our reactions to stress and anxiety without being overwhelmed by them. In the context of anxiety and stress management, mindfulness acts as a powerful tool that helps individuals break free from the cycle of negative thinking and emotional reactivity that often exacerbates these states. The practice of mindfulness can be integrated into daily life through various exercises, one of the most fundamental being mindful breathing. This involves paying close attention to the breath, noticing the sensation of air entering and leaving the body, and using this focus to anchor the mind in the present moment. This simple yet profound practice can be a lifeline in moments of anxiety, offering an immediate means to diminish the intensity of stress and redirect our attention away from spiraling thoughts. Meditation, while closely related to mindfulness, involves specific techniques aimed at achieving a deep state of relaxation and a tranquil mind. There are numerous meditation practices, but one particularly effective method for reducing anxiety is guided meditation. This involves following a spoken instruction, often accompanied by soothing music, which directs the practitioner's attention to various aspects of their experience, promoting a state of calm and relaxation. Guided meditations can be particularly beneficial for beginners, providing a structured path to achieving a meditative state. Another powerful meditation technique is the practice of loving-kindness meditation, which focuses on cultivating feelings of compassion and love towards oneself and others. This practice involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill, such as "May I be happy, may I be safe," extending these wishes to others as well. Loving-kindness meditation has been shown to reduce stress, increase feelings of social connectedness, and enhance emotional resilience, making it a valuable tool in the arsenal against anxiety and stress. The integration of mindfulness and meditation into one's life requires consistency and patience. It's not about achieving a state of permanent tranquility, but about developing a new relationship with our thoughts and emotions. Over time, these practices can lead to significant changes in how we respond to stress and anxiety, reducing their impact on our lives and allowing us to approach challenges with greater calm and clarity. Moreover, the benefits of mindfulness and meditation extend beyond immediate stress reduction. They foster a deeper sense of awareness and connection with oneself and the world around us. This heightened state of awareness can lead to greater empathy, understanding, and a more compassionate approach to interacting with others, enriching our relationships and our overall experience of life. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a highly effective psychological treatment that has revolutionized the approach to managing anxiety and stress. Rooted in the concept that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected, CBT provides practical tools for identifying and changing negative thought patterns that contribute to emotional distress. This chapter delves into the core principles of cognitive behavioral techniques, illuminating how they can be applied to dismantle the cycles of fear and anxiety, paving the way for a life characterized by greater resilience and emotional freedom. The essence of CBT lies in its focus on the present, addressing current thought patterns and beliefs that lead to negative emotions and behaviors. Unlike some forms of psychotherapy that delve into past experiences as the source of present difficulties, CBT centers on the here and now, equipping individuals with tangible skills for immediate application in their daily lives. This approach is both empowering and practical, as it emphasizes the individual's ability to effect change in their thought processes and, consequently, their emotional state. One of the foundational techniques in CBT is the identification of cognitive distortions, flawed ways of thinking that distort reality and contribute to anxiety, depression, and stress. These distortions might include black and white thinking, catastrophizing, or overgeneralization, where a single negative event is seen as a never-ending pattern of defeat. By learning to recognize these distortions, individuals can begin to challenge and reframe their thoughts, leading to more balanced and accurate perceptions of themselves and their experiences. Another critical component of CBT is behavioral experimentation, which involves testing out the beliefs that contribute to anxiety and stress through real-world experiments. This might mean facing a feared situation to see if the anticipated negative outcome actually occurs, or experimenting with different responses to stress to discover more adaptive coping mechanisms. These experiments not only challenge and modify harmful beliefs, but also build confidence and mastery over one's emotions and reactions. Mindfulness techniques, often incorporated into modern CBT approaches, further enhance its effectiveness. By cultivating a non-judgmental awareness of the present moment, individuals can observe their thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them. This mindfulness aspect of CBT creates a space between stimulus and response, offering a moment of choice, a moment to apply CBT techniques rather than reacting automatically with fear or anxiety. The application of CBT techniques requires practice and persistence, as changing entrenched thought patterns is a process that unfolds over time. It often involves keeping thought records to track and analyze negative thoughts, engaging in cognitive restructuring to challenge and replace these thoughts, and systematically facing feared situations to reduce avoidance behaviors. Through this process, individuals learn to shift their perspective, viewing thoughts as hypotheses to be tested rather than facts, thereby reducing the emotional power those thoughts wield. CBT's efficacy is not just anecdotal, It is supported by a wealth of scientific research demonstrating its benefits in reducing symptoms of anxiety, depression, and stress. It has been adapted into various formats, including individual therapy, group sessions, and self-help resources, making it accessible to a wide range of individuals seeking tools to manage their mental health. In embracing cognitive behavioral techniques, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. This journey is marked by the transformation of our relationship with our thoughts, from one of conflict to one of curiosity and compassion. As we apply these techniques, we not only alleviate the symptoms of anxiety and stress but also foster a deeper understanding of ourselves and our capacity for resilience and change. By integrating CBT principles into our lives, we unlock the potential for a profound shift in how we perceive and interact with the world. This shift opens the door to a more adaptive, fulfilled, and peaceful existence, free from the constraints of unexamined thought patterns and unchecked emotional turmoil. Chapter 3: Building Resilience Against Stress. Resilience, often described as the ability to bounce back from adversity, stress, and life's challenges, is more than just a psychological buzzword. It's a fundamental aspect of human survival and growth. This intrinsic capacity enables individuals to navigate through hardships with grace and emerge stronger, often with a deeper understanding of themselves and a renewed sense of purpose. In the context of overcoming anxiety and stress, resilience acts not only as a shield but also as a beacon of hope, guiding individuals toward a path of emotional well-being and stability. This chapter delves into the essence of resilience, exploring its components, its development, and its pivotal role in managing life's inevitable ups and downs. Understanding resilience begins with recognizing that it is not a fixed trait that individuals either possess or lack, but rather a set of skills and attitudes that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. This perspective is empowering, as it suggests that everyone has the potential to enhance their resilience, regardless of their current capacity to handle stress and adversity. The foundation of resilience lies in a combination of factors, including positive relationships, a strong sense of self-efficacy, the ability to manage strong emotions, and the capacity for realistic optimism. One of the key components of resilience is the support system. Positive, supportive relationships with family, friends, and community provide a buffer against stress and offer emotional sustenance during difficult times. These connections foster a sense of belonging and acceptance, crucial for maintaining hope and motivation when facing challenges. Moreover, social support can offer practical assistance and advice, further alleviating the burden of adversity. Self-efficacy, or the belief in one's ability to influence events and outcomes in one's life, is another cornerstone of resilience. This belief is nurtured through experiences of mastery and accomplishment, where individuals face challenges and successfully overcome them. By setting and achieving goals, even small ones, individuals build confidence in their capacity to handle future stresses, reinforcing their resilience. The ability to manage strong emotions is also vital for resilience. This involves recognizing and accepting one's emotions, including those that are uncomfortable or painful, and developing strategies for regulating them. Emotional regulation skills, such as mindfulness, deep breathing, and cognitive reappraisal, enable individuals to stay calm and focused in the face of adversity, preventing overwhelming emotions from derailing their coping efforts. Lastly, realistic optimism plays a significant role in resilience. This is not about denying the reality of one's situation or engaging in wishful thinking, but rather maintaining a hopeful outlook while acknowledging the challenges at hand. Realistic optimists are able to find meaning and potential growth in adversity, focusing on what they can control and letting go of what they cannot. This attitude fosters resilience by directing energy toward productive actions and solutions, rather than dwelling on despair and hopelessness. Developing resilience is a dynamic, ongoing process that involves a combination of personal reflection, skill building, and seeking out supportive relationships and environments. It requires patience and perseverance, as the journey is often marked by setbacks and challenges. However, the rewards of cultivating resilience are profound, encompassing not just the ability to withstand stress and adversity, but also the capacity for personal growth, fulfillment, and a deeper appreciation for life. As individuals embark on this journey of building resilience, they equip themselves with the tools to navigate the complexities of the human experience with strength and grace. Resilience does not eliminate stress or erase life's difficulties, but it provides a framework for approaching them with courage, confidence, and a sense of empowerment. By understanding and embracing the power of resilience, individuals can transform their relationship with stress and adversity, paving the way for a more resilient, vibrant life. Cultivating a resilient mindset is akin to equipping oneself with an inner compass, capable of navigating through life's storms with an unwavering sense of direction and purpose. This mindset is not about the absence of vulnerability or distress, rather, it's about developing a core of strength and flexibility that allows one to face challenges head-on, adapt to changing circumstances, and emerge from adversity with a deeper understanding and appreciation for life. Developing a resilient mindset involves a constellation of strategies, attitudes, and practices that together forge an indomitable spirit ready to confront whatever obstacles lie ahead. This chapter explores these strategies, offering insights into how individuals can nurture a resilient mindset, transform their approach to challenges, and cultivate a life marked by growth and resilience. Embracing a growth mindset. At the heart of resilience lies the concept of a growth mindset, the belief that one's abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective views challenges as opportunities for growth, mistakes as learning experiences, and feedback as a guide for improvement. Cultivating a growth mindset encourages a focus on progress rather than perfection, fostering resilience by motivating individuals to persist in the face of setbacks, and to view adversity as a catalyst for personal development. Practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is a powerful ally in developing a resilient mindset. It involves treating oneself with the same kindness, concern, and support one would offer to a good friend facing difficulties. By practicing self-compassion, individuals learn to silence their inner critic, to accept their imperfections, and to view their struggles as part of the shared human experience. This attitude promotes emotional resilience, as it reduces the tendency to engage in negative self-judgment, and increases the capacity to cope with stressful situations with grace and understanding. Setting realistic goals and taking action. A resilient mindset is characterized by a proactive approach to life's challenges. This involves setting realistic, achievable goals and taking consistent, purposeful action toward their realization. By breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks, individuals can create a sense of accomplishment and momentum, bolstering their confidence and resilience. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty, reinforces a sense of agency and control, key components of a resilient mindset. Cultivating optimism. Optimism, the expectation that good things will happen in the future, is a cornerstone of a resilient mindset. It is not about ignoring reality or engaging in wishful thinking, but about maintaining a hopeful outlook, while acknowledging and preparing for potential difficulties. Optimists are more likely to engage in problem-solving and to seek support when faced with challenges, enhancing their resilience. Cultivating optimism involves focusing on what can be controlled, identifying positive aspects of challenging situations, and trusting in one's ability to cope with adversity. Building strong social connections. Resilience is bolstered by strong, supportive relationships that provide love, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. These connections act as a buffer against stress and offer practical and emotional support during tough times. Developing a resilient mindset involves actively seeking out and nurturing positive relationships, being willing to ask for and offer help, and investing in the well-being of others. The strength derived from these connections is a key ingredient in the resilient mindset. Adapting to change. Flexibility and adaptability are hallmarks of a resilient mindset. This involves being open to change, willing to adjust one's approach in response to new information, and capable of finding alternative paths to goals when obstacles arise. By embracing change as an inevitable part of life, individuals can navigate transitions more smoothly and view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Fostering a sense of purpose. A resilient mindset is often driven by a sense of purpose, a clear understanding of what is meaningful and important in one's life. This sense of purpose provides direction, motivation, and a reason to persevere through challenges. Identifying and pursuing activities that align with one's values and goals contribute to a sense of fulfillment and resilience, anchoring individuals in their sense of self and their place in the world. By integrating these strategies into daily life, individuals can develop a resilient mindset, characterized by a steadfast determination, a positive outlook, and an unwavering capacity to adapt and thrive in the face of life's challenges. This mindset is not a destination but a journey, one that involves continual growth, learning, and self-discovery. As we cultivate resilience within ourselves, we not only enhance our ability to cope with adversity but also open the door to a more meaningful, fulfilling life. Chapter 4: Lifestyle Changes for Stress Management. In the pursuit of a life free from the overwhelming grip of anxiety and stress, integrating healthy habits into our daily routine stands as a cornerstone of not just resilience, but profound well-being. These habits, encompassing the realms of physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability, act as foundational pillars supporting a balanced and fulfilling life. This chapter delves into the transformative power of healthy habits, exploring how the conscious choices we make in our daily lives can significantly mitigate stress, enhance our mood, and foster a deep sense of inner peace. Nutrition, the fuel for well-being. The adage "you are what you eat" holds profound truth when considering the impact of nutrition on mental health. A balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, provides the essential nutrients necessary for optimal brain function, affecting mood, energy levels, and resilience to stress. Incorporating foods high in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins can enhance cognitive function and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Mindful eating practices, such as savoring each bite and listening to the body's hunger and fullness cues, can also enhance our relationship with food, turning nourishment into a source of joy rather than a stressor. Physical activity, the natural antidepressant. Exercise is a potent antidote to stress, anxiety, and depression, triggering the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Regular physical activity, whether it's a brisk walk, yoga, or more vigorous exercise, can significantly improve mental health, enhance sleep quality, and boost self-esteem. Beyond its mood-enhancing effects, exercise provides a constructive outlet for releasing pent-up tension and stress, promoting a sense of calm and well-being that permeates all aspects of life. Sleep, the foundation of mental health. Quality sleep is essential for mental and emotional resilience, playing a critical role in brain function, mood regulation, and stress management. Establishing a regular sleep routine, prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and creating a restful sleep environment can significantly impact one's ability to cope with stress and maintain mental clarity. Practices such as limiting screen time before bed, engaging in relaxing activities, and maintaining a cool, dark, and quiet bedroom can enhance sleep quality, providing the restorative rest needed to face life's challenges with renewed energy and perspective. Stress management techniques, cultivating inner calm. Developing a toolkit of stress management techniques is crucial for navigating the inevitable pressures of life with grace and resilience. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, And visualization can offer immediate relief in moments of acute stress, reducing the physiological symptoms of anxiety and promoting a sense of calm. Regular practice of these techniques can enhance one's ability to remain centered and composed in the face of stress, transforming the way we respond to challenging situations. Time for reflection and self-care, recharging the soul. Dedicating time to reflection and self-care is an essential habit for maintaining balance in a hectic world. Activities that nurture the soul, such as journaling, reading, or engaging in a hobby, provide a much-needed respite from the demands of daily life, allowing for introspection and rejuvenation. Self-care is a personal and individual experience, requiring us to listen to our needs and respond with kindness and compassion, whether that means taking a relaxing bath, spending time in nature, or simply allowing ourselves to rest. By integrating these healthy habits into our daily lives, we not only enhance our physical well-being but also fortify our mental and emotional resilience. These practices, though simple in concept, require commitment and consistency to yield their full benefits. However, the rewards of a balanced life, characterized by reduced stress, enhanced well-being, and a profound sense of inner peace, are well worth the effort. As we cultivate these habits, we pave the way for a life not just lived, but truly experienced in all its depth and richness. Time management and organization, reducing stress by managing your time and environment effectively. Mastering the art of time management and organization is akin to setting the sails on a ship, directing the course of your day with intention and purpose. In a world where demands on our time seem endless and the pace of life accelerates, the ability to effectively manage time and organize our environment becomes crucial not just for productivity, but for our mental health and well-being. This chapter explores the profound impact that time management and organizational skills can have on reducing stress, enhancing clarity, and fostering a sense of control and peace in our daily lives. The power of prioritization. At the heart of effective time management lies the skill of prioritization, the ability to discern the most important tasks from the less critical ones. This involves not just identifying what needs to be done, but understanding the value and impact of each task. Techniques such as the Eisenhower box, which categorizes tasks based on their urgency and importance, can help in making informed decisions about where to focus your efforts. By concentrating on what truly matters, you can reduce the overwhelm of an unmanageable to-do list, ensuring that your energy is invested in activities that move you closer to your goals and values. Creating a structured plan. A structured plan acts as a roadmap for your day, providing clarity and direction. This can be achieved through daily or weekly planning sessions where tasks are allocated specific times and deadlines. Tools such as digital calendars, planners, or to-do list apps can assist in visualizing your schedule, making it easier to allocate time effectively. The act of planning also allows for the anticipation of potential interruptions, enabling you to build in buffers and contingency plans, thereby reducing the stress associated with last-minute rushes and deadlines. The art of delegation. Delegation is a key aspect of time management, particularly for those who find themselves overwhelmed by the breadth of their responsibilities. Recognizing that not every task requires your personal attention frees you to focus on those activities that benefit most from your unique skills and abilities. Delegating tasks to others, whether in a professional setting or within the home, can distribute the workload more evenly, reducing stress and fostering a collaborative environment. Maintaining an organized environment. An organized physical environment can significantly impact your mental clarity and stress levels. A cluttered space can mirror and exacerbate feelings of chaos and overwhelm, while a tidy, well-organized environment can promote a sense of calm and efficiency. Investing time in decluttering your workspace, home, and digital spaces can pay dividends in reduced stress and enhanced productivity. Organizational systems, from filing methods to storage solutions, can help maintain this order, making it easier to find what you need when you need it, thereby reducing frustration and anxiety. Setting boundaries around time. An essential component of time management is the ability to set and enforce boundaries around your time. This includes learning to say no to requests that do not align with your priorities or values, as well as setting limits on work hours to ensure time for rest and leisure. Boundaries protect your time, allowing for a balanced life where work, personal interests, and relationships can coexist without undue stress. Taking breaks for renewal. Effective time management also recognizes the importance of breaks for mental and physical renewal. Periods of rest, whether short breaks during the workday or longer breaks for vacations, are vital for maintaining high levels of productivity and creativity. Breaks provide an opportunity to recharge, preventing burnout and reducing overall stress levels. By mastering time management and organization, you can transform your relationship with time from one of scarcity and stress to one of abundance and peace. These skills enable you to navigate your day with confidence, knowing that you have the tools and strategies to manage your responsibilities effectively. As a result, you can enjoy a more balanced, fulfilling life, marked by a profound sense of calm and purpose. Chapter 5: The Role of Relationships in Managing Anxiety. Embarking on the journey to overcome anxiety, one quickly realizes the immeasurable value of a support system. This network, composed of family, friends, and sometimes professionals, offers more than just a shoulder to lean on. It provides a foundation of understanding, encouragement, and practical assistance that can significantly ease the burden of anxiety. The intricacies of human connection mean that the very act of sharing one's struggles can in itself be a balm, diminishing the isolation that often accompanies anxiety. Relationships, when grounded in empathy and trust, become a mirror reflecting our worth and resilience, often when we've lost sight of these ourselves. The power of a support system lies not only in the emotional solace it provides, but also in the perspective and insight it offers. Conversations with trusted individuals can illuminate patterns in our thoughts and behaviors that we might not recognize on our own. These interactions can challenge our internal narratives, those stories we tell ourselves about our fears and limitations, offering instead messages of capability and hope. Moreover, support systems can act as a sounding board for the anxieties that plague us, helping to dismantle them and reduce their power through open dialogue. Engagement with others also introduces coping strategies and problem-solving skills that might not have been considered. The collective wisdom of our support network can guide us toward new methods for managing anxiety, from mindfulness practices to physical exercise, and can motivate us to adopt these practices with consistency. Furthermore, seeing others face and overcome their challenges provides a form of vicarious learning, instilling a belief in our ability to navigate our own struggles. Building and maintaining a support system requires effort and vulnerability. It involves not only reaching out and asking for help, but also being there for others, creating a reciprocal relationship of support. This reciprocity enriches the bond between individuals, fostering a deep sense of belonging and community. It's within this community that we find not just solace but also the strength to face our anxieties, bolstered by the knowledge that we do not have to face them alone. The role of professional support, whether through therapy or counseling, adds another layer to this network. Professionals can offer specialized strategies and insights for managing anxiety, providing a structured approach to understanding and overcoming it. This support complements the emotional and practical support provided by personal relationships, creating a comprehensive system of care that addresses the multifaceted nature of anxiety. In cultivating a support system, it's essential to communicate openly about one's needs and boundaries. This communication ensures that the support received is both helpful and respectful of one's journey. It also involves recognizing when relationships are more harmful than helpful, allowing for the difficult but necessary decision to distance oneself from toxic influences. The journey through anxiety is undeniably challenging, marked by ups and downs that test our resilience and courage. However, it's a journey that need not be undertaken alone. The support system we build and nurture becomes our greatest ally, offering a hand to hold as we navigate the complexities of our internal landscape. Through this shared journey, we discover not only relief from our anxieties, but also a deeper connection to those around us, a reminder of the inherent interconnectedness of our human experience. In the landscape of personal growth and emotional health, setting healthy boundaries emerges as a critical strategy for managing anxiety and fostering well-being. These boundaries, both internal and external, define the space between where we end and others begin, allowing us to separate our thoughts, feelings, and needs from those around us. This delineation is essential in maintaining our mental health, as it enables us to guard our energy, prioritize our well-being, and engage in relationships that are mutually respectful and enriching. Healthy boundaries manifest in various forms, from the ability to say no without guilt, to the assertion of one's needs and preferences in personal and professional relationships. They also include the protection of personal time and space, ensuring that self-care and rejuvenation are not overlooked in the hustle of daily life. The establishment of these boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-awareness, signaling a recognition of one's worth and the importance of one's mental health. The process of setting boundaries often begins with self-reflection, an inward journey to understand what truly matters to us, what drains our energy, and what fosters our sense of peace and happiness. This understanding is then communicated to others, not as demands or ultimatums, but as clear expressions of what we need to thrive. It requires assertiveness, the ability to stand firm in our convictions while being open to the needs and feelings of others. However, setting boundaries is not without its challenges. It can be met with resistance, misunderstanding, or even conflict, as it disrupts established patterns of interaction. It demands courage and the willingness to face discomfort for the sake of greater harmony and well-being in the long run. Yet, the benefits of establishing healthy boundaries are profound, leading to relationships that are more authentic and interactions that are more meaningful and fulfilling. In the context of anxiety, healthy boundaries act as a safeguard against overwhelm, reducing the stimuli and demands that can exacerbate stress and worry. They help to create a sense of control and predictability in one's environment, factors that are often diminished in the face of anxiety. By clearly delineating what we are willing to accept and where we draw the line, we reduce the ambiguity and uncertainty that fuel anxiety, replacing them with a sense of security and self-efficacy. Moreover, the act of setting boundaries is itself a practice in self-compassion and mindfulness. It requires being present with our feelings and needs, treating ourselves with kindness, and recognizing our limits. It also fosters a mindfulness of how we interact with others, encouraging interactions that are intentional and conscious rather than reactive or habitual. Chapter 6: Spiritual Practices for Inner Peace. Navigating the journey toward inner peace and resilience against the storms of anxiety and stress, spiritual practices emerge as beacons of light, offering guidance, comfort, and a deeper connection to the essence of our being. These practices, varied and rich in tradition, span across cultures and philosophies, pointing toward a universal quest for understanding, meaning, and tranquility in the human experience. This exploration delves into the transformative power of spiritual practices, highlighting how they can alleviate anxiety and stress by fostering a profound sense of connectedness, purpose, and perspective. Spirituality, in its essence, transcends the material and delves into the depths of the intangible, seeking answers to the fundamental questions of existence. It is in this search that many find solace, as spiritual practices offer a framework for understanding our place in the universe and the interconnectedness of all life. Practices such as meditation, prayer, mindfulness, and the study of sacred texts can serve as pathways to this understanding, each offering unique insights and methods for cultivating inner peace. Meditation, with its roots in ancient traditions, stands out as a powerful practice for quieting the mind and centering the soul. Through focused attention and controlled breathing, meditation brings us into the present moment, free from the anxieties of the past and the uncertainties of the future. This practice cultivates a state of mindfulness, where we become observers of our thoughts and emotions, allowing them to pass without attachment or judgment. The peace that emerges from meditation is profound, offering a sanctuary from the chaos of the external world and the turmoil within. Prayer, another pillar of spiritual practice, provides a direct line of communication with the divine, however one chooses to define it. It is a practice that combines the articulation of our deepest desires, fears, and gratitude with the act of surrender, placing our struggles and hopes in the hands of a higher power. This act of faith can be incredibly comforting, providing a sense of support and guidance that transcends human limitations. Prayer can alleviate anxiety by reinforcing the belief that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is a greater force at work in our lives. The study of sacred texts, whether the Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, or other spiritual scriptures, offers rich insights into the human condition and the nature of the divine. These texts serve as repositories of wisdom, offering teachings and parables that address the fundamental aspects of life, including suffering, joy, purpose, and morality. Engaging with these texts can provide perspective on our personal challenges, offering solace and guidance through the trials of life. Engagement with a spiritual community can also play a crucial role in managing anxiety and stress. Such communities offer a sense of belonging, shared belief, and mutual support, reinforcing the practices and values that foster inner peace. The collective experience of worship, meditation, or prayer amplifies the energy and intention behind these practices, creating a powerful atmosphere of healing and acceptance. Incorporating spiritual practices into daily life requires intention and consistency. It begins with an openness to explore and a willingness to commit time and energy to the practices that resonate most deeply. The path of spirituality is personal and unique to each individual, requiring exploration and adaptation to find the practices that best suit one's needs and beliefs. In the journey toward inner peace and resilience against the storms of anxiety and stress, meditation and mindfulness stand as potent allies, offering refuge in the present moment and a pathway to profound inner calm. These practices, rooted in ancient wisdom traditions, invite us to quiet the chatter of the mind, to anchor ourselves in the here and now, and to cultivate a deep awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations. At its core, meditation is the practice of quieting the mind and cultivating a state of deep inner peace and clarity. Through focused attention and conscious breathing, meditation invites us to anchor ourselves in the present moment, free from the distractions and worries that often plague our thoughts. This practice can take many forms, from seated meditation to walking meditation, from guided visualization to loving-kindness meditation. Regardless of the technique, the essence of meditation lies in allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment, in observing the fluctuations of the mind with gentle curiosity and non-judgment. The benefits of meditation extend far beyond the cushion or mat. Regular practice has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression, while enhancing overall well-being and resilience. Meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control and emotional regulation, leading to greater emotional stability and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Moreover, meditation fosters a sense of connection to oneself and to the world around us, deepening our understanding of the interconnectedness of all life and our place within it. Mindfulness, often described as the practice of paying attention to the present moment with openness, curiosity, and acceptance, is a natural extension of meditation. It invites us to bring the qualities of awareness, compassion, and non-judgment to our everyday activities, from eating a meal to washing the dishes, from walking in nature to engaging in conversation. Mindfulness is not about achieving a particular state of mind, but about cultivating a way of being that is grounded in the present moment, free from the distractions of the past and the worries of the future. The benefits of mindfulness are vast and multifaceted. By bringing awareness to our thoughts, emotions, and sensations, we become better equipped to respond to life's challenges with clarity and equanimity. Mindfulness reduces reactivity, allowing us to pause and choose our responses rather than reacting impulsively out of habit or conditioning. It fosters greater self-awareness and self-compassion, nurturing a deeper connection to ourselves and to others. Moreover, mindfulness enhances our ability to savor life's simple pleasures, to find joy in the ordinary moments that make up the fabric of our existence. Integrating meditation and mindfulness into daily life requires commitment and practice. It begins with carving out time for formal meditation practice, whether it's a few minutes each day or longer sessions as time allows. Consistency is key, as the benefits of meditation and mindfulness are cumulative, deepening with each practice. Additionally, cultivating mindfulness in everyday activities involves bringing a spirit of curiosity and openness to each moment, regardless of how mundane or routine it may seem. Chapter 7: Transforming Fear into Courage. The nature of courage, understanding courage and its power to transform fear. In the labyrinth of human emotions, fear often stands as a formidable barrier between us and our aspirations, a shadowy specter that whispers of danger and uncertainty. Yet, within the depths of fear lies the seed of courage, a potent force that has the power to transform our greatest anxieties into opportunities for growth and empowerment. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. It is the inner flame that burns bright even in the darkest of times, igniting our spirits and propelling us forward in the face of adversity. At its core, courage is a choice, a conscious decision to confront our fears and move toward our goals with conviction and determination. Understanding the nature of courage requires a deep dive into the human psyche and the myriad factors that influence our responses to fear. Courage is shaped by our beliefs, values, and past experiences, as well as by the support systems and resources available to us. It is a dynamic interplay of internal and external forces, each contributing to the tapestry of our bravery in unique and profound ways. Courage is not a fixed attribute, but a skill that can be developed and honed through practice and intention. Like a muscle, it grows stronger with each act of bravery, each step taken outside the comfort zone. Yet, cultivating courage requires vulnerability and a willingness to embrace discomfort, to lean into the unknown and trust in our ability to navigate its twists and turns. At its essence, courage is a journey of self-discovery and self-transformation. It is about daring to be authentic, to stand firm in our truth and pursue our dreams with unwavering resolve. It is about facing our fears head-on, acknowledging their presence without allowing them to dictate our actions or define our destiny. In this way, courage becomes not just an act of bravery, but a way of being, a guiding light that illuminates the path to our highest potential. Embarking on the path of courage requires both intention and action, a willingness to confront our fears and step into the unknown with courage and conviction. While the journey may be daunting, there are practical steps we can take to cultivate courage in our everyday lives. One of the first steps in embodying courage is to acknowledge and embrace our fears. Rather than pushing them aside or denying their existence, we can lean into them with curiosity and compassion, seeking to understand the underlying beliefs and emotions that fuel them. By shining a light on our fears, we diminish their power over us and create space for courage to emerge. Another key aspect of embodying courage is to cultivate a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed but can be developed through effort and perseverance. This mindset shift reframes challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than threats to our self-worth. By embracing a willingness to fail and learn from setbacks, we can break free from the paralysis of perfectionism and take bold action toward our goals. Courage is also nurtured through self-compassion, the practice of treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially in moments of struggle or failure. Self-compassion recognizes that we are all human, imperfect and fallible, and that our worthiness is inherent and unconditional. By offering ourselves the same compassion and empathy that we would offer to a friend, we can soften the harsh edges of self-doubt and cultivate a greater sense of self-acceptance and resilience. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with supportive and encouraging individuals can bolster our courage and provide a safety net as we navigate the uncertainties of life. Seeking out mentors, friends, and communities that share our values and aspirations can offer invaluable guidance and encouragement, reminding us that we are not alone in our journey toward courage and fulfillment. Transforming fear into courage is a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and empowerment. It requires vulnerability, intention, and a willingness to confront our fears with bravery and conviction. Yet, as we lean into the unknown and trust in our ability to navigate its challenges, we unlock the transformative power of courage, illuminating the path to a life of authenticity, purpose, and fulfillment. One of the foundational pillars of embodying courage is the willingness to acknowledge and embrace our fears. Too often, we are taught to suppress or deny our fears, to bury them beneath layers of bravado or distraction. Yet, true courage requires us to confront our fears head-on, to lean into them with open arms and an open heart. By acknowledging the presence of fear, we strip it of its power to control us, allowing us to reclaim our agency and chart our own course through life's uncertainties. Cultivating a growth mindset is another essential aspect of embodying courage. This mindset, grounded in the belief that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed but can be developed through effort and perseverance, reframes challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of viewing setbacks as evidence of our inadequacy, we see them as stepping stones on the path to mastery. By embracing a willingness to fail and learn from our mistakes, we cultivate resilience and fortitude, qualities that are essential for navigating the twists and turns of life with courage and grace. Self-compassion is a vital companion on the journey toward courage, offering solace and support in moments of struggle and self-doubt. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, berating ourselves for our perceived shortcomings and failures. Yet, self-compassion reminds us that we are all human, imperfect and fallible, and that our worthiness is inherent and unconditional. By offering ourselves the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in need, we soften the harsh edges of self-judgment and cultivate a greater sense of self-acceptance and resilience. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and encouraging individuals can also bolster our courage and provide a safety net as we navigate the uncertainties of life. Whether it's friends, family members, mentors, or members of a supportive community, having a strong support system can offer invaluable guidance, encouragement, and perspective. These individuals can serve as beacons of light in times of darkness, reminding us of our inherent strength and resilience and encouraging us to persevere in the face of adversity. In summary, embodying courage is a multifaceted journey of self-discovery, resilience, and empowerment. It requires us to acknowledge and embrace our fears, cultivate a growth mindset, practice self-compassion, and surround ourselves with supportive communities. By taking intentional action toward our goals and leaning into discomfort with courage and conviction, we unlock the transformative power of bravery, paving the way for a life of authenticity, purpose, and fulfillment.